In this video, I define two general theories, collective action theory and principal-agent problems, that help explain how politics works, and sometimes doesn't work. After briefly explaining these theories, I will apply each of these theories to state development and the issue of corruption. A second video will talk about how we can resolve collective action and principal-agent problems. A collective action problem is a problem where you have a bunch of people acting independently who would benefit from working together towards a common goal. The problem is that everyone's individual incentives encourage them to act the wrong way. The classic example of this is a shared kitchen. You and your roommates would all be better off with a clean kitchen, but no one wants to do the dishes, and so you leave yours in the sink, hoping someone else will wash them. Because everyone thinks the same way, the dishes pile up and the kitchen gets dirty. That is a simple example, but the logic is the same for bigger societal problems, like air pollution or traffic. Everyone would benefit if they took public transportation. They would get places faster and have cleaner air, but no one wants to take the bus. This is called the free rider problem, when you can benefit from a public good, like a clean kitchen or clean air, but if you don't have to contribute to the outcome, you have an incentive to let other people pay while you still reap the benefits. Just FYI, a related problem is called the tragedy of the commons, where a community shares a common depletable resource and keeps using it until it's gone. Overfishing is the most commonly used example here. Principal-agent problems are also pretty straightforward. The idea is that one individual or group, the principal, forms an agreement with another party, the agent, to do something for them. The principal-agent problem is that the agent doesn't always do what the principal wants. The simplest example of a principal-agent problem is an employment contract. An agent will sign a contract to perform a job for a principal. But if you don't pay the employee enough or never check in with them, the employee may not do the job to your standards. Both of these theories rely on one assumption, and that is that people are rational actors who behave strategically. In political science, this doesn't mean that people are smart. Rationality instead means that people know what they want and can prioritize their interests. More formally, it means they have ranked preferences. Strategic behavior also means something specific, that people observe what everyone else does and make cost-benefit analyses on what they should do, based both on what they want and what they think other people will do. Both collective action and principal-agent problems arise when the rational thing to do conflicts with the right thing to do. Corruption, for example, can be described as a principal-agent problem. If bureaucrats are poorly paid, or perhaps given too much freedom of action, it can make rational sense for them to take a bribe to give a company preferential treatment on a government contract, even if it goes against the interests of their boss, which can be the leader or the general public, depending on your perspective. Corruption can also be described as a collective action problem. When bribery is commonplace in a society, when everyone gives bribes to get driver's licenses or university degrees, for example, asking for and paying bribes becomes the rational thing to do, even though everyone is harmed by the rise in traffic deaths and the decline in quality of education, and even though most people think it is morally wrong to give and take these bribes. After all, why shouldn't any one person take a bribe if they see everyone else doing it? Being the one honest official is a sucker's game. You'll be missing out on income everyone expects you to have, and your colleagues might start to look at you suspiciously if you don't play along. Again, this video has outlined two basic models that describe politics generally, principal-agent problems and collective action problems, and then use them to describe how we can think about corruption. Next week, we're going to talk about the causes of corruption, its effects, and how we can use these two models to help resolve this problem of corruption.